YouTube, I'm Eris. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be making my cap that I have for graduation. So as you can see, I have the cap and I have 3 pieces of paper. They're cardstock. And yeah, so right now I'm just sizing it up. You want to size the cap a little bit bigger. Like on the paper, draw the outside of the cap a bit bigger. Like don't make it the exact size of the cap because you want to have a little space when you're cutting just in case you make mistakes. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just sizing it up and then I'm going to cut it in a few moments. Okay, so I just grabbed my nice little paper cutter. So I'm going to take the paper, put it inside of the paper cutter, and I'm just going to slice it, and that's just what it's going to be. And you don't have to get it exactly on the line. Like I said, you want to have a little space just in case you make mistakes. So yeah, you just want to have it approximately around the line. It don't have to be exactly on the line. I think I cut mine exactly on the line, but for future reference, you know. Yeah. Alright, so I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This was a long process for me, so that's why I sped it up. But this was probably the hardest part of the whole thing. So right now I'm cutting a hole where the top of the cap is, like where the button is. And this was so hard. Like I could not size it up right, and then I couldn't cut like a perfect circle. I was struggling. It was so bad. And yeah, this was just really a hard part for me. My mom was like, "I'm not helping you. You gotta figure this out on your own." And I was I was so done. Like I really could not do it, but I figured it out. If I knew a shorter way to like help y'all, I would help y'all. But like I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't have a shortcut. It looked raggedy too, but you just tuck it under the button, whatever, like what I'm doing now, like just tucking the extra pieces under. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm taking these gold rhinestones and I'm just creating a border around the cardstock paper. I kind of just wanted to bling it out a little bit, make it a little pop out, you know. So that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, I'm just cutting off little columns of the rhinestones and just placing it onto the paper. Okay, so the next thing I had to do was create this star for the cap. I wanted to look like the Hamilton star, but I didn't feel like drawing the man on top of the star. Like, that was a little too difficult, so I just cut out a little star and put class of 22 on it and outlined it with glitter, and that's how I made the star. So I'm just doing that right now. As you can see, I outlined where I wanted to put the stickers, like to write out the words. And I put the star where I wanted it to be. I didn't have to do anything yet, but I just outlined everything. So now I'm placing the stickers where I want them to go. They kind of had to be shifted to the left a little bit because it was a lot of room left. But yeah, I made it work. But I kind of messed up on this part. You're going to see in the next clip. I had to like take some of the letters off and put them back on because there wasn't enough space for the letters. But everything worked out, so it's okay. I kind of had to, you'll see in the next clip, but I kind of had to like hot glue them back on. But yeah, this was kind of a challenging part too, because I really did not have enough space for the letters, but it's okay. We made it work and it looked cute, so yeah. By the way, the words are from a Hamilton song. It's called Wait For It by Ozzy and Hamilton. Well, that's from the soundtrack. Aaron Burr sang it, and the lyrics that I'm writing down are, I am an inimitable, I am an original. And that just means like I'm unique, I'm an original person, I am my own person. And yeah, I think that fit really perfectly for this situation. Since me being 16 and all, I'm one of the only people in my class graduating at 16, graduating early, so I think that fit perfectly for my high school experience. So that's the words that I chose. Okay, so this is where I had to hot glue the letters back on. You can see me like using the hot glue gun, putting them on a sticker and then putting it back in place. It kind of messed up the look of the cap a little bit, but it's okay. We made it work and it still looked good. So I wasn't too worried about it. Well, I was. Let me stop lying. I was very worried about it. I thought it was gonna look ugly, but it turned out okay, so I'm happy. Okay, so now I'm hot gluing this star into place. As you can see, I'm taking the hot glue gun, putting glue on the outside edges of the star, and then I'm just sticking it right into place. Okay, so now I'm just taking a hot glue gun and I'm going around the outskirts of the star and just outlining the star in glitter. And I thought it would turn out a little differently, but it didn't. It kind of looked like an elementary school kid did it, but it's okay because I ended up laying the star out with rhinestones anyway. And yeah, but I thought it would turn out a lot differently, but it didn't. But it's okay because we fixed it and we made it look cute. So yeah. And now I'm just showing y'all what the cap looks like so far. Okay, so for this part, I had some flowers, like fake flowers around the house. They had stems and stuff on it, but I pulled the flower off of the stem and I glued it down onto the paper. And first, before I glued them down, I placed them where I wanted it to be, so I had it looking like how I wanted it to look like before I glued everything down. And yeah, that's basically it. I just glued the flowers onto the cardstock paper, and that's about it. And again, I'm just showing y'all what the cap is looking like so far. I think it looks really cute, but this is what it looks like so far. So I didn't record this part on camera, but as I said before, I blinged out the star a little bit with some rhinestones, and now I'm just hot gluing the cardstock to the top of the cap. So I'm just going around the edges. You can put it all on top of the cardstock and glue it down that way, but I just glued it down around the edges and stuck it down onto the cap that way. So yeah. So this is how the cap came out. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the post notification button to be notified every time I post a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.